I started a sneaker collection with just a $20 bill, and now I'm gonna buy, sell, and trade my way up to a pair of $20,000 Nike mags. And in today's episode, we find out the insane amount that this sneaker collection is actually worth after just 33 episodes. And the answer may surprise you. Let me tell you, it's crazy. It surprised me. So today's episode is going to be a little bit different than some of the previous episodes, and I know I've said that a bunch in the past, but this time around I'm being serious, and that's because I'm kind of changing things up. Over the last probably 3 or 4 episodes, I've been getting a lot of comments from you guys saying that the series just isn't exactly what it used to be, and I totally understand that. And I think the reason the series has been so successful is because it's a series that really anyone can go out there and do themselves. It doesn't require you to have any special skills or be anyone in particular or even have a YouTube channel. You can literally go to your local Goodwills, your local thrift stores, and do the exact same thing that I'm doing, and you really should be able to build up the same exact sneaker collection or something very similar to what I have over the last couple months, and in some cases, even bigger than what I have. But I think where the problem started and why I started to get a lot of comments about how this series isn't what it used to be is because of Tradeblock, and not because of the app itself. I love the app, I use it all the time, and I will continue to use the app, but for my own personal collection. If you've been a long-time watcher of the series, you'll have noticed that over the last couple episodes, I've been doing a lot of Tradeblock trades. In fact, probably 4 to 5 per episode, and for some people, that definitely seems like a lot, but I think the main problem within that is that a lot of the trades that I'm only getting because I'm a YouTuber and because people want to support the series. And while personally, I really appreciate all the trading that you guys have been doing with me and supporting the series, and honestly, in a lot of cases, giving me lopsided trades in my favor just because you guys want to support what I'm doing, I really love that and I really appreciate that, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. It does kind of take away from the integrity of this series, and that's something that I don't really want to lose. And while yes, I probably will still use Tradeblock from time to time in the series because, you know, in some cases it just makes sense with the cause 4s. I don't want to sell them because I feel like if I trade them, I can get sneakers that I can sell easier, or maybe something that can really help the series. Maybe they can be part of a trade in order to get the Nike mags. I understand that it kind of takes away the fun of it. And while yes, it is probably going to take us a lot longer to get these Nike mags because we're not using Tradeblock and we're not utilizing these sort of, I guess, in my favorite trades, it will be a more fun series overall. And so in today's episode, I am going to sort of wrap up all the trades that I have remaining. I've got probably about 4 boxes in my other room that I do need to unbox for you guys that were parts of trades that I had conducted over the last couple weeks. So today's episode will still have some Tradeblock trades in them. I think moving forward, I'm doing a lot less of that. And I think in a lot of the upcoming episodes, we're just not going to have Tradeblock trades, and it's going to be a lot more thrifting and a lot more maybe going to flea markets or maybe traveling to different cities like New York or Boston or maybe even where Retro Rick's located to just go thrifting over there and see what else other states and places have to offer. So that's sort of the goal, I think, moving forward, trying to make it a series once again that really anyone can do for themselves because that's really what I think drew people in. And I really appreciate y'all's feedback. That's something that I've said in the end of every one of these videos. If you guys have any feedback, let me know because I really want to make this series something that you guys can enjoy and feel some ownership in. So that's what we're doing. We're changing things up. It's not going to be a huge change or a drastic change, but I am focusing a lot less on Tradeblock trades or trades in particular, and I'm focusing more on the thrifting aspect. So let me know in the comment section down below how you guys feel about that. But that is the direction the series is going, and honestly, I'm really excited about that because even for myself, I think I was losing some of the enjoyment that I had for this series, and some of you guys commented that as well, because whenever you go out on a thrifting journey, you never know exactly what you're going to find, whereas if you're conducting trades online all the time or buying things on eBay all the time, you know exactly what you're getting, and it's harder to have that sense of like excitement and wonder and surprise. Oh, actually, before I forget, something else that I'm planning to do in these episodes moving forward is at the end of every episode, I'm going to tell you guys what the estimated value of the entire collection is. So we have a really good idea of where we're at in getting to our, I think it's like $13,000 to $15,000 goal to get a used pair of Nike mags. So make sure to stay tuned for that because I'll be telling you guys what the entire collection value is or what the estimated value is at some point in this video. I'm very excited about it. When I calculated it out, I was kind of mind blown by it. So today's episode is going to be nuts. And with that being said, why don't we just dive right into this week's episode. So at the end of the last episode, the sneaker collection fund sat at $363.80. Definitely lower than I would have liked, and because of that, I decided to sell everything, which might have been dumb, but at the same time, we made a bunch of money, so it's probably worth it. So I ended up selling about 14 pairs of sneakers on my Whatnot live stream, which was everything except for the Cause 4s and the Dior B23s. I don't know where they are, but the reason I didn't sell those is because I'm still not 100% sure if those are legit, and I don't want to sell them on a platform that doesn't authenticate. So when I do sell those, I probably will sell them on a platform like eBay where they authenticate them, so I know whoever gets them will be getting a legit shoe. So those are the 2 sneakers that I have left over. We obviously are getting some Tradeblock trades in today. We'll talk about those later on in the video, but why don't I go really quickly through all of the sales that we made, how much they brought in, and how much the sneaker collection fund currently sits at this moment. So the first shoes that we sold were the Air Jordan 10s in a youth size. We sold those for $44, and after fees and shipping, I was able to bring in $38.90. I would usually go over the net profits for all of these shoes, but because there's 14 of them, and because a lot of these shoes we traded for, I'm just not going to do that because it would be a much longer video than it needs to be. But don't worry, after these sales, I'll continue to let you guys know the net profits because most of the sales moving forward won't be from trades, and so we will actually be able to calculate the net profits. So don't worry about that. The next shoe that we sold were the Air Jordan 12 Indigos. We sold those for $62 on Whatnot, and after fees and shipping, we were able to bring in $54.94. After that, we sold the Vaporfly Next Percents, which I think we got at Plato's Closet for like $30 or around there. It was a crazy cheap price. Ended up selling those for $134. Crazy, which allowed us to add $119.09 back into the sneaker collection fund. After that, we had the Pegasus Gyakasus. We grabbed those from Buffalo Exchange. We sold them for $56. We were able to add $49.69. That was one shoe that I know we lost money on. I think I bought those for like $60 or $65. Lost a couple bucks on those. Not the biggest deal in the world, but it does kind of suck. The next shoe we also lost some money on. Those were the Air Jordan Hair 6s. We sold those for $82. I think I bought them for $120, and we were able to add $72.76, which means we lost about 50 bucks on those. We'll not be buying those shoes again, at least not for that price. After that, we had the Yeezy 500 in Flames that we picked up at Buffalo Exchange. We ended up selling those for $162, and we were able to add $144.04 back into the sneaker collection fund. Next up, we had the Cool Gray 11s. We somehow sold those for $411, which I was really happy with, and we were able to add $365.90 back into the sneaker collection fund. Next up were the P-Rod Dunks, a shoe that I wish I could have kept. If it was my size, I would have kept them, and as you guys will see later on in the video, I do end up buying a pair of shoes for myself because I ended up trading them and then keeping the shoes that I traded for. But I'll fill you guys in on that a little bit later on in the video. So the P-Rods we ended up selling for $590, which I was really happy with, and we were able to add $525.39 back into the sneaker collection fund. Next up, we sold my favorite shoe of all time, the Bread Air Jordan 1s. I believe they were a size 11.5. This was a shoe that I got from a trade, as were a lot of the shoes on this list. We ended up selling those for $500, which was honestly a little bit less than I was hoping for, but at the same time, they were worn. They did have a little bit of heel drag, and they also had a replacement box, so they weren't that easy to sell. So we ended up selling them for $500, like I said, and we were able to add $445.20 back into the sneaker collection fund. Next up were the Air Jordan 1 Bordeauxs, which we also got in a trade. Sold those for $205, and we're able to add $182.36. After that, we had the Jordan 13 Chinese New Year's that I picked up at Plato's Closet for, I believe, like, was it $80 or $100? I don't remember the exact price. Ended up selling those for $180 and was able to add $160.08. Really happy with that sale. Next up, we had the Air Jordan 12 Royalties, which we got from a trade. I think they were a size 13 or a size 12. Sold them for $220, and we were able to add $195.72. And then the final shoe that we sold were the Yeezy 350 V2 Statics. I actually did a TikTok about them. If you guys want to check out my TikTok, there will be a link in the description below. We bought those for, I believe, $200 from Buffalo Exchange. We sold them for $300. I did have to put them through the washing machine because they smelled like cigarettes, but after I washed them with Rejuvenated, they smelled great, so I was really happy with that. And after all was said and done, we were able to add $267 back into the sneaker collection fund. So couple minutes worth of work and we made 67 bucks, so not mad at that. But the total that we made after all of these sales was $2,621.07. So when you add that to the $363.80 sneaker collection fund, we have a total brand new sneaker collection fund of $2,984.87, which is by far the largest sneaker collection fund we have ever had. But that's a crazy amount. I'm really happy with that, and this is a big part as to why the sneaker collection is worth as much as it's worth. But hey, I guess at this point, why don't we just dive right into some thrifting?
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Some Vans. I don't know what the price is though. $3.99, not bad. What size? I just did a video on Vans, size 7.5. Not bad for $3.99. grab them. New Balances. Let's see. $6.99. Not terrible. Pretty lightly worn. A little bit heel drag, maybe not. What else we got? Don't know what these are. Some Nikes. Lunar Lawn, let's see, $14.99. Not bad. Some new Nike sneakers out. There's 24 bucks. Not that badly worn. What? Hyperfuse. Okay. I don't know anything about those. I'm gonna leave those. Some Air Forces. Lunar Lawn Air Forces. 11 bucks. Let me check the price on these guys. So I only found one listing for these guys on eBay, and it was it's $350 actually. But they do have a $120 price on the bottom of the shoes. So they must have been listed pretty high before. But for 12 bucks, I'm gonna take the risk. Okay, so the first stop was 2nd Avenue Thrift. I picked up 2 pairs of sneakers, and I tried something different, which was trying to talk about the sneakers while I'm in the store, which honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of embarrassing. It's not like a sneaker store where I'm vlogging, because in sneaker stores, most people know what's going on, but in thrift stores, I just look nuts. So that's a new experience. Hopefully it comes out well. Otherwise, I'll still have to overdub these clips, but it is what it is. We did find 2 pairs of sneakers. We found the Vans Old Schools in a size 7.5. Can't get them out of the bag with one hand. There we go. Vans Old School, size 7.5. Pretty good condition. $350. Otherwise, I wouldn't have grabbed them. I think I could probably sell these for like 10. It's like not a lot of profit at all, but for $350, I can't really go wrong. And then I found these guys, and these are some Lunar Lawn or Lunar midsole Air Force Ones. Now, I don't know anything about this colorway in particular. Like I said, I looked them up on eBay, and the one listing that was available was $350. So I'm hoping that they are a more rare variant. I know that these kinds of Air Forces at the time were sort of popular. So I'm kind of taking a risk with these, but again, it's a $12 risk, so it's not that serious. I just touched my face with these. I gotta hand sanitize everything now. Yikes, okay. But yeah, I don't know what to think about these. They've got $120 written on the bottom of the shoe, which I'm assuming was the price maybe when someone tried to sell them at like a yard sale, or maybe, I don't know, to a consignment store or something like that. But hopefully that's a win. We'll find out. Let's go on to the next thrift store. Oh, nice. I forget what these are called, but Alpha Bounces. Nice shoe for 10 bucks. What else we got? Don't know what those are. Some New Balances. Nike Pegasus. Probably 36. 6 bucks. Actually not bad. I have no idea what these are. Reebok somethings. Brooks shoes sometimes do well for me. I don't know anything about this silhouette though. Looks pretty new. Okay, so the second stop of the day was a Goodwill that I don't usually go to, just because it's a little bit farther out. However, this is the first place that I ever bought the first shoe for this challenge. So I think it was a pair of like $6 Ultra Boost, like women's Ultra Boost, that I ended up selling for $30. So I know that they have good stuff here. I actually do have more luck here than the Goodwill that I usually go to, but the reason I usually go to the other Goodwill is because it's next to Plato's Closet. I felt like I needed to stop by here, but unfortunately today there wasn't really anything. They did completely redesign the store since the last time I was there, which was kind of nuts. It actually looked really good. So shout out to Goodwill on whatever street we're on. But yeah, so it looks great inside. Unfortunately, there just wasn't any product, but at least we grabbed some other stuff at the other thrift store, so not a bad day. But before we get into any more thrifting, I do have to tell you guys about a crazy sneakers W that I got, not from the sneakers app, but from the Flex app, which is crazy because I don't think I've ever gotten anything from the Flex app. So a Foot Locker in the Philadelphia area actually relocated from one place in the mall to another place in the mall, and because of that, they had a crazy restock. So I entered for a lot of different shoes, but the shoe that I ended up actually winning was the Bread Patent Air Jordan 1s. In fact, here's a reenactment of how happy I was when I found out.
Hey, I got him. That's sick. That was a reenactment of how I actually said it.
But really quick, even though I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen these shoes because I've done a review and you guys might even have pairs yourself, but here are the shoes that we picked up from the Flex app and then Foot Locker. These are the Patent Bread Air Jordan 1s. Super, super clean shoe. My size 9. I already have a pair, but one thing that kind of bothers me about these patents is that they have scuffs on them, and so does my pair, just from like normal bouncing around in the box, which is kind of annoying and insane. But I'm really not sure what I'm going to do with these guys yet. I've really wanted a second pair of the patent breads. I think that these shoes might like jump in value, so I might hold on to these as part of the sneaker collection and then possibly buy them for myself. I'm not sure yet, but super clean shoe. Really like it a lot. Really happy I got it for retail, which is awesome. The last pair I got, I think I spent like $1,200 on it, something stupid, because I got it like a couple months in advance from Goat. But hey, you know what? You win some, you lose some. So this is a nice pickup. But with all that being said, let's get right back into sneaker thrifting. Got some joyrides. These beads are wild. $25 isn't bad either. These always remind me of 750s. They look a lot like Yeezys. I like that salmon color though. How much? Let's see. I have no idea. I'm not gonna get them anyway. Some Jordan Deltas, I think, or Jordan 720s. I don't remember what these are called. Good condition though. I just don't think there's any resale there. Good color though. Let me see how much they are. If they're cheap, I'll get them. 60. Probably not worth it. Got some Fufu 4D, which isn't even 3D printed, it's just molded. Yuck. Some Jordan Futures. I've seen these sitting for a while though. I don't think anyone's gonna grab them. How much are they? $20? Eh, I wouldn't move. Got some Solar Glides, still with a tag. Brand new. Size 9.5. Yo, I'm gonna have to grab these. $30? Whew. Yes, definite grab. They're sick. So that was a pretty successful trip to Plato's Closet. The reason I originally went is because I was able to have them hold a pair of shoes for me on Instagram. Usually what they do is they post a picture of some shoes, and then the first person to comment hold gets them held. So that's what these were. I was actually the second person, but the first person didn't pick them up, so I was able to grab them. These are 312s, I think in the Olympic colorway, and I got them for, well, actually less than what they were listed for. I got them, they were originally listed for $70, but I used the 20% off discount code that I had because I shopped there so much. So I got those, and I got these brand new Adidas Solar Glide STs, still with tags, which is kind of nuts. These were originally 30, so altogether it would have been 105, but with my 20% off discount, I got them for $80 even. So 24 for the Ultra Boost, or not Ultra Boost, Solar Glides, and then 56 for the Jordans. So not a bad pickup, and stuff that I think I can flip pretty quickly for a decent profit. So pretty happy with that stop at Plato's. Okay, so at this point in the video, what I'm going to do is go through the boxes of Tradeblock trades that have been in transit for the last episode and a half. These are all trades that I did over the last probably 3 or 4 weeks, and now they're finally all in, so I can do like a big unboxing for you guys. What I'm probably going to do with most of these shoes is probably sell them. I'll probably list them on eBay, I'll list them on StockX, Goat, and try and just get the highest price possible for them. But there's a ton of sneakers. I think all of them are brand new, so why don't we just dig right into them. I'm not going to spend too much time on them because, like I said, I'm trying to sort of slow down the Tradeblock stuff, but I will tell you guys what I traded in order to get them. But this first shoe is actually already unboxed, and that's because I opened it for a different video coming soon. Make sure to stay tuned for that. If you guys were a fan of my StockX versus Goat versus eBay video from last year, you're going to love this upcoming video. So this is the first shoe right here. It is a pair of, look at that, white and black Nike Dunk Lows. I actually don't have a pair of these personally yet. I do have a pair coming in from Nike because I hit on the restock, which is kind of crazy, but those are going to be a personal pair. We've got the Tradeblock card, and then we've got the shoes themselves. Very nice, very clean looking shoe. I don't remember exactly what I traded for these, but I think I got an extra $20 on top, so we'll add that to the sneaker collection fund. So the shoes that I traded in order to get these in the $20 were the Crimson Air Jordan 4s. So I traded those to get these. These shoes I'm actually considering doing a giveaway for, so if you guys are interested in that, make sure to subscribe to the channel because that giveaway is going to start very, very soon. And if you're subscribed, you'll hear about it. If you're not, then you probably won't. But really excited about that shoe. So this next box is pretty big. We've got 3 different pairs of sneakers. It is already open, and that's because the, I forget if it was FedEx or UPS, whoever delivered it didn't push it underneath the awning and it was raining. So the outside of the box was wet, and I wasn't sure if the stuff inside was wet, so I wanted to open it and make sure, but it turns out that everything is all right. Okay, so for these sneakers, I traded the off-white Nike Blazer All Hallows Eve used. And then these ones are all brand new. They're all size 11, 11.5. So the first shoe out of the box is a pair of Air Jordan 12s. I believe it's another pair of royalties. I don't know why I keep trading for those, but I do. So So you've got a pair of Royalty 12s with the eBay authentication tag. Apparently they were authenticated by eBay. I'm probably going to resell these on eBay, so there's that. Next up, we've got a pair of shoes, which I actually haven't seen in a very long time, and that is a pair of Air Max 270s. So these are the... Oh, we've got a little GOAT tag. So whoever bought these bought them from GOAT originally. They are the Travis Scott Air Max 270 React Cactus Trails. So this is a shoe that I did a review on a while back. I don't think I was too kind in the review, to be honest, but it's not a bad shoe overall. Not something that I'd wear on a regular basis, but again, I'm probably just going to sell this shoe, so it doesn't matter. Obviously, it won't fit me, so that will probably be sold on eBay, StockX, or GOAT, wherever it sells first. And then next, we've got the shoe that I was most excited about out of this box. This is a size 11, Air Jordan 1, and they are the University Blue Air Jordan 1s. Now, these are brand new, but they are laced up for some reason, so I guess the guy who I traded with in order to get these probably laced them up thinking he was going to wear them, and then just didn't. But they are definitely brand new. There's literally no wear on the bottom whatsoever or any dirt of any kind, so brand new with these guys. They've still got the laces in the box. So pretty decent trade overall. We've got these guys, which I think are worth like 4-ish. We've got the Travis Scotts, which I have no idea how much they're worth. I would assume like 3 something. And then we've got the Royalties, which are probably worth about $250. So altogether, $750 to $900 worth of value for trading those off-white Blazers, which probably cost me, I think I traded for them actually, but I think they're worth around $600 to $700, so we definitely got a good deal on these. Next up, we've got another trade. This one is a single trade. So for these, I traded the Kendrick Lamar Nike Element React 55s. So inside this box, we have a pair of Nikes. So we traded for a pair of Nikes, Nike Sakai's, as you can probably tell from the box. These are a size 11. We've got the shoes themselves. The Nike Sakai LD Waffle Clot collaboration. Probably my favorite Nike Sakai LD Waffle. I know it's not a lot of people's favorites because the resale is honestly so low on these, so that makes me think that people don't want these as much as some of the other colorways, but I love this shoe. I love that it's got the plastic mesh in the toe. I love the colors that they used on this sneaker, but unfortunately it's not my size, so I can't wear these. So these guys will probably go up for sale. In fact, they will go up for sale. I just don't know where yet. Probably everywhere that sneakers are sold. So we got these guys, size 11, very nice looking pair of shoes. Okay, then the final box, the final Tradeblock box. And as you might be able to tell, I'm trying to kind of fly through these because, like I said, we're not focusing on Tradeblock trades anymore. So inside this box, I have no idea what we traded for. I don't remember what this is. Looks like there's a Jordan 1 on top. Okay, so I remember these. So I traded the customized Yeezy 350 Turtle Doves, which had the painted midsole, for 2 pairs of sneakers. I didn't lose money on this trade, but I got basically an equal value trade. So these ones, I thought they'd be worth around like $1,200 to $1,400. After them getting painted, it really leaned more towards like $700 to $600. So I think for these guys, I think I basically made an exactly even trade. Air Jordan 1, I believe Shadow 2.0. Yeah, Shadow 2.0s. Right there. So we got these, we got $50, and then we got the other sneaker in the box. So these guys are also brand new, and again, I'll just sell these as quickly as possible, be able to add some money to the sneaker collection fund. And then the second shoe inside the box is actually a pair of shoes that I've never seen in person, but what's even crazier is that I actually traded these. So this is a pair of shoes that I'm actually going to buy from myself, and I've already traded them, so I got to actually just ship them out. But I traded them for a pair of shoes, or 2 pairs of shoes that I really want personally. I'll tell you guys about that in a second. But here they are. The Nike Dunk Low SB, or Nike SB Dunk Low Chicago, the Nike Dunk Low SB J-Pack Chicago. So these are dead stock, brand new, completely unworn, which is nice. You've got the laces in there. Very nice looking pair of shoes. Unfortunately not my size. I would have considered keeping these. Chicago colorway shoes are just really hot right now. So these are valued at around $550 to $500. I think I'm going to buy these for myself for $500 because, you know, I can. It's my collection, so that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to trade these for off-white Nike Dunks in my size, and also Yeezy Slides in the Glow colorway, also in my size. So these guys are already traded, but I'm trading them for shoes that I'm adding to my own personal collection. So I'm buying these for myself for $500. So add that money to the sneaker collection fund, and there you go. So that is all the trades that we made this week. Like I said, moving forward, we're not really going to be using Tradeblock as heavily in this series, and I think for the next couple weeks, I'm probably just going to be trading my own personal collection. So if you guys want to trade with me from my own personal collection, hit me up on Tradeblock. There will be a link in the description below. Okay, so now that we're pretty much at the end of this week's episode, it's time to tally everything up, all the values of all the sneakers that we have in the sneaker collection, add that to the sneaker collection fund, and we find out exactly what this entire entire collection, or around what this entire collection should be worth. So after all of the buying and selling, our sneaker collection fund at the end of this week sits at $2,784.22, which is pretty nuts. Like I said earlier on in the video, this is the highest sneaker collection fund we've had, other than what we had at the beginning of the episode, and it's nuts. Hopefully we can keep growing it. That's kind of crazy. But I think it's time for the big reveal, the number that we've all been waiting for, the number that combines the sneaker collection fund with the sneakers that we just picked up and the sneakers that are already in our sneaker collection, the total estimated value of everything that we've built in this series. And honestly, it's a lot more than I expected. I kind of can't believe it. Like I said, I did sell these guys to myself. I ended up selling these guys to myself for $500, which is about the amount that I would receive if I sold these on StockX. I think these on StockX go for like $550, so I am getting some pairs from my own personal collection, which I'm excited about, and I will unbox for you guys in an upcoming video. But with that being sold, that brings the total estimated sneaker collection value, which includes, once again, the sneaker collection fund of $2,784.22. These sneakers that we got in the Tradeblock trades, I estimated out their values conservatively based on StockX and GOAT and places like that, and also the Cause Air Jordan 4s, which I value at around $2,000, and the Dior's, which I have at around $300, and of course some of the thrift store pickups, which are like maybe $200 combined. The total estimated value of the entire collection is $7,874.22. I'm kind of in shock looking at that number because we started this series 33 episodes ago. I think it was back in like May or June of last year, so it's been about 6 months. But for the amount of work that we've put into this series, I feel like that's a pretty incredible number. Obviously, you know, if you were working full time, you could make that number pretty quickly. I mean, faster than the series could make it. But for like a side hustle that I probably spend maybe 3 hours on a week total, doing something that I really love doing, which is buying thrifted sneakers and then reselling them, that's pretty impressive. And I feel like genuinely it's not so out of reach anymore, that pair of Nike mags. I feel like it's doable, and it's something that hopefully will be coming sooner than later. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below how you guys feel about that number, whether you think it should be higher or whether you think it should be lower. Love to know your thoughts on that. Also, how you guys felt about this new version of the series. Obviously, this particular episode didn't feel that different from previous episodes because we still had a bunch of Tradeblock packages to unbox, but moving forward, it's going to be primarily thrifting, which I think a lot of people are excited about. So let me know your thoughts on that as well in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.